Welcome to Go. I'm your host, Bianca Jade, and right now I'm joined by Doug Roxburgh. We're here and we're learning all about No Stone Left Alone, program that's probably new to you since you're new to Edmonton.
It's very new to me, Bianca, actually, and I found out that we recognize our veterans this time of year every year, and it's so important because this program here started about 5 years ago and has grown nationally with thousands of students recognizing what our veterans have done to celebrate our freedom.
You know, and coming up in the show, we're going to have an opportunity to speak to some of those students and learn what they're learning about Remembrance Day. When you think 2016, it's been a long time since World War II. Some of those veterans we're going to be even speaking to coming up in the show. But right now, you have a beautiful story to start off the program.
Yes, and speaking of World War II, the friendship between the Netherlands and Canada started way back then and continues today. Speaking with the veterans right here in Edmonton, you find out how important the liberation of the Netherlands was back in World War II and how it continues today and how it's celebrated with the South Alberta Light Horse Regiment. But Bianca, you have more stories coming up right here on Go, don't you?
Yeah, there's so many inspirations that are happening right here in our community. I had recently an opportunity to speak to some musicians that was telling me about how inspired they were by our veterans and how they wanted to give back. And they did just that and more with a recent concert. Up next, I had the opportunity to meet a veteran that just recently turned 100 years old. We take a moment to honor him. Such an opportunity to be here at No Stone Left Alone. Now, you two are joining us. You live very, very close. What was today for you, and what did it mean for you today?
Well, it's a very emotional day. I'm so glad that I came as well. I find that Canadians are getting better and better at recognizing the contributions that our military and our veterans have made to our country. So this occasion has made it extra special for all of us.
For you, sir, how meaningful was today?
Extremely meaningful. This was quite emotional. I'll repeat what Elizabeth said. I think it's a tremendous thing that has happened the last few years, the last half dozen years, and I hope it continues to grow. More and more of us need to remember what people have done in the past for us, and it's great to see the future here.
You have some incredible medals on you today. What is your connection with the military, sir?
My connection was quite varied. 20 years with the Army, the Artillery, the Air Force, the military, police, the United Nations.
You have quite a few youth here today. When they get the opportunity to remember and say thank you, when you get to see this generation being able to honor you, what does that mean?
I think it's tremendous. I think it's great, and it's because we live in such a great country, and you see the, as I heard someone mention here earlier today, this is the United Nations of Canadians.
Well, thank you for your service. Please join us after the break. We have more from No Stone Left Alone.
I'm with Haya from Westmount Junior High, grade 9, and you are here at the No Stone Left Alone. What does this ceremony mean to you?
Well, this ceremony means a lot to me because I'm glad to be here and honoring the people that fought for our freedom, and that just the freedom of being here today is great. And it means a lot because I want them to know that we remember them, and it means a lot to us and to me especially.
Have you learned a lot leading up to this ceremony?
Yes, I have. I've actually been learning a lot about the wars and the stuff like this. Just because of being in grade 9, we're recently learning about this, and we're going to get more into this. So I'm glad that I'm able to be here and honor these people.
Do you think it's something that every student should partake in?
Yes, I think it is something that a lot of students should partake in, and especially when you're getting older. And I think it's good to start off when you're young, because there are kindergartens over here, because we should let them know that this is like the people who fought for your freedom. So you need to be involved in this type of stuff when you're young, all the way up to you're older.
And you will be wearing a poppy on Remembrance Day, right?
Yes, I will. I just lost my poppy today.
Well, just speaking of poppy, we speak with some veterans up in Fort McMurray because the poppy, it means so much to them. It's amazing what the poppies mean to not only war veterans here in Edmonton, but to the ones further up north in Fort McMurray.
And it's inspiring to see what the poppy symbolizes to local youth that are learning how they can give back and honor veterans in our community.
And speaking of veterans, we meet a 92-year-old veteran named Ernie who remembers the bullets flying by him in World War II. It's amazing when we speak with these war veterans, the visualizations we get from their experiences in the war, not only World War I, but World War II. And my family was fortunate, and we didn't have to fight the battles for our freedom. However, your family did, didn't they?
You know what? Both my grandparents that fought in World War II have now passed away, but I think as a family and as a community, if you knew someone that fought, if they've passed, today is just like another opportunity to remember them with pride and honor. We have more of that coming up after the break.
General salute, present, arms.
We are back at No Stone Left Alone. I'm Doug Roxburgh with Bianca Jade, and we remember not only those who have fought in World War I, World War II, and those fighting overseas in Afghanistan, but we remember those who have fought in previous wars as well.
You know, Tim Dancy had the opportunity to learn more about the Korean and Boer wars and how locally we are honoring them. Days like today are so important. No Stone Left Alone really symbolizes to that next generation what Remembrance Day means. And for many of us that are here, today's really inspiring, but the inspiration doesn't end there.
You're right, the inspiration doesn't end there as we speak with more veterans right here locally in Edmonton. The No Stone Left Alone ceremony is just one that is happening throughout Edmonton. There are many more. And speaking of events, we have many more events happening in November, including gearing up for the holiday season. So let's check our on-the-go calendar. No Stone Left Alone is wrapping up here on Go, and it's wrapping up just for the time being, as it will be back next year, because since 2011 this program has grown exponentially, and now thousands celebrate right across Canada.
It's truly incredible. It gives students around Canada an opportunity to really symbolize what Remembrance Day now means to them. It's that next generation a chance to leave a poppy on a gravestone and really connect and honor veterans from the past. It's been an incredible day.
For Go, we do remember. I'm Doug Roxburgh.
And I'm Bianca Jade. Thanks for joining us.